of doing this actually if GuemChi doesn't end up spotting in that bottom left hand corner. There's that first probe mining is and you can kind of keep a note here. He's only going to have 2 probes out before GuemChi's base is up, and he's there's the transfer right there. So he's going to have much better, like you can just tell the difference there. GuemChi's in a much better economic position. So unless Bisu can sneak something out, I don't think he's going to end up ahead of GuemChi, or unless he does something kind of sneaky into the mid game. Looks like he's got an observatory going, so it doesn't look like he did anything sneaky to kind of follow that tech with either Dark Templar or whatnot. So I feel like Bisu thinks he's ahead right now, or he thinks he's, oh, okay, I've got economically ahead because I've managed to sneak an expansion in the bottom left-hand corner, when in fact he is economically behind, and I think that can really hurt him in this match altogether. And it looks like now this might throw GuemChi off altogether too, though, because you'd think in the interim, somewhere at this stage, that you'd be going up against some Reavers, something like that. You'd be seeing some Dark Templar out in the field, but he hasn't run into any of that. So I think he's got to be thinking in his head, okay, what's going on? And he is doing the proper thing. He's just going to be able to pull back. It looks like he's getting his own gateway up, and he's going to be able to just roll with that economy. And if he stays back, makes basically Bisu make the mistake, he'll be able to ride it out. He's getting that robotics facility a bit later than Bisu is, but again, he's going to have the economics to roll with it ahead of Bisu, just because that little bit late, that probe saturation specifically. Observer kind of sneaking into that natural secondary. First of all, it's going to notice that there's no second gas, so we're not going to see a quick shift to High Templar. We're going to see a little bit more of infantry here into the mid game. And also going to be able to come back and, of course, see the 3 gateways. And really, the gateways show you that GuemChi's really thinking about maybe even hopping another base really fast and just trying to cover it at the 12 o'clock. That observer coming across, and let's see if GuemChi decides to mix it up. That is what Bisu's doing as well, so it looks like his reaction is to take another base faster than GuemChi, and he's actually now transferring his probes. This is significantly later, and this is kind of an interesting point in the game where GuemChi, even though it looks like he's setting up to take an additional Nexus, he's taking quite a bit later than Bisu, because Bisu's already has that Nexus exposed. He's already kind of playing the game of risk, and Bisu, if he's going to end up taking this, what he needs to do is he needs to get aggressive. He needs to press forward and really take out GuemChi now and put a lot of pressure on his front door so he stays back. So he thinks, okay, I can sit back and play with my economy a little bit. If Bisu does not do that, if he ends up losing a standing army as well, I have a feeling he's going to end up and he's just going to get wiped out. Loses his observer right there, but doing exactly what he needs to do. He's going up, he's kind of testing the front door, he's making GuemChi think, you should stay back. And I think this is going to pay off for Bisu. It looks like he's going to get that 3rd base up before GuemChi, and I don't think GuemChi's going to turn around and be aggressive with this. He's getting his 4th gateway up now, but I think Bisu's first of all, with the distance, he should be okay. I don't think he's going to lose that Nexus on the secondary, and he should have the Reavers at that defensive posture. But right now, moving forward, he can't lose this army out in the field, though, not while it's separated from the rest of the forces that might have been producing. GuemChi's starting to move forward. Okay, now he's backing off and retreating a little bit. Lost a couple troops. Looks like he was gaining back. So a little victory there for GuemChi, but that's, again, very risky for Bisu. And Bisu, again, needs to stay in this attack posture. But this is paying off brilliantly for Bisu. Bisu is kind of pressing forward, and I think GuemChi was, again, of the impression that, hey, there's more troops coming in. Oh, no! Oh, Bisu! Don't lose that shuttle. And, okay, 2 Reavers in the shuttle, which looks like a pretty good spread, but he's giving the impression that GuemChi really has, or that Bisu is kind of giving the impression that he has more troops than he really has, and in the meantime he's taken the 3rd base and is playing kind of off a large economy game. I don't know how much that weak shuttle's going to... Oh, no! Loses the shuttle, and I think that was the match right there. I don't think Bisu has enough to stem the flow now. Even if GuemChi was thinking he was playing 2 base versus 2 base, that was going to cause him to get aggressive, and now GuemChi moves out, sees that he's not facing as many Dragoons as he thought he was going to face, and he's just going to crash down on the field, and there's nothing that's going to stop just the straight push from this stage on. And I wouldn't be surprised, actually, if GuemChi, if he hasn't already added a couple gates, might add some additional gates. So Bisu definitely going to end up losing a secondary. I don't know that he's going to be able to keep up before that economy rolls over. Keep in mind that 3rd base has still been running for a while, and I just honestly don't know if the Dragoons are going to come out in time for Bisu. Bisu has had that economy rolling, and maybe, oh, very nice play right there, catching it right on that map artifact. So Bisu doing everything he can to kind of mix back into this game, but he's still going to end up running against equivalent forces right here, and more Dragoons to kind of follow. And now it looks like that economy has kind of skipped in. Some more Dragoons coming from behind. GuemChi finally getting those Reavers. Not sure what those Reavers were before, and it looks like Bisu still going to lose that standing ground army. Bisu just needs to keep engaging, though, a little bit of the time, try to delay this army as much as possible. And it looks like he's delaying. He's just now getting, looks like the forge. He knows he's going to need some cannons to hold this back. I still think he's going to end up losing this natural secondary, though, and if he ends up losing that plus all the standing army that he's lost at this stage, that's just going to put him behind. Looks like he managed getting 2 shots off on that Reaver. That Reaver's absolutely huge. has to protect that Reaver, and he does not have a lot of Dragoons to do it with. Takes one hit right there, and there goes the Reaver. Yeah, I don't think Bisu had enough to actually stop that attack to begin with, but it looks like GuemChi is going to be able to take this natural secondary out with these probes coming off the line, and I think GuemChi is actually going to be able to walk in the main. You're just going to see Dragoons coming straight across the map. In the meantime, the thing is GuemChi needs to end. I don't know if he realizes kind of the position he's in. I don't think he thinks that's just the natural secondary because there's just such a lack of troops. I'm sure he's pieced it together. So it looks like, yeah, he is going to run in. There's only that Reaver between GG basically and this match. So a couple Dragoons flooding out, but yeah, there's a lot of gateways there. But between that and the two Reavers that are on the ground, I still don't think it's going to be enough. It's possible. It looks like one Reaver got taken out. It's possible that it could, okay, never mind. There's the GG. I was about to say it's possible Bisu might just rebuild everything at the bottom of the map, but just to be annoying. But it looks like he is going to end up losing that match. A very risky strategy, doesn't pay off for him. GuemChi's going to go to the winner's match, and since that was so fast, I'm going to do another one really fast, and you can see Bisu just kind of like, well, crap. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Really good match, actually. Thanks for listening.